What happened with this Michigan appeals court in Governor Ratchet?
So the governor, obviously, maybe some of your listeners or viewers remember that Michigan had very severe lockdowns during COVID and restaurants were locked down. Restaurants were locked down from April to June. Then they were locked down again in the fall. Then they were locked down again after Christmas. We had the longest restaurant lockdowns of any state in the entire country. So Gretchen Whitmer's powers were taken away from her at some point because the Michigan Supreme Court came in and said, actually, you don't have the power to do this. She transferred that power over to the health department, and then they locked down the restaurants. And turns out now we're finding out that was also illegal. This is no surprise because this is, similar to the student loan situation. Joe Biden's like, you know what, forget about the courts. I'm going to do this anyway. Gretchen Whitmer the same, and it looks like she wants to be in Joe Biden's seat. So she is willing to say, forget about the courts. I'll figure out another way to get my way and do whatever I want.
You have come on here before and said that Ratchet is running for president, and I believe you. You know her a lot more intimately than I do. But how does this work? What would you think? You see Joe resigning? Game this out for me.
No, I believe that there is, we've seen some of these candidates, these Democrat candidates positioning themselves. You've seen Newsom put out his video. You see Gretchen Whitmer launching her federal PAC now. And so I believe that they will wait until the very end. They don't want the arrows against their candidates. They don't want the news saying, oh, let's interview them. Let's put them in the spotlight. They want to make sure that Joe Biden is running as long as possible because in addition to not having arrows against their candidates, if they were to take Joe Biden out now and say, you know, he's just not healthy enough to do this, they would have to lift up Kamala Harris. And they certainly don't want to do that. So why not wait until the general, take them both out just as we get through the primary and then slide a Whitmer ticket in there. And she has been able to really be built up on the Democrat side. She's had this puff piece in the Atlantic, this puff piece from Vanity Fair recently. Everybody's talking about her new PAC. She's definitely a golden child on the Democrat side, and I believe that they could easily put her in that position.
You want to watch our special on George Washington? It's freaking awesome. Well, you can. All you have to do is become a First TV supporter. That gives you access to all of our specials on demand, and it's cake. All you have to go to is thefirsttv.com/support. Thefirsttv.com/support. Become a supporter. Enjoy learning about George Washington.